Too many days in the dark.
So, Matt has stitched me up to do the unboxing of Starlink. This is the box.
Why did we get a Starlink, Pansy?
I'm getting there. I'm going to talk about it while I open it.
Okay.
So, we've been on the road now full time.
Go over this side.
16 months?
Yep.
Coming into 17 months. Wow, that's gone fast. Look, we left, a bit naive, as probably everybody does, and we thought we could just use our phones because we're with Telstra. The first two places we were at, we had nothing. It would come up with the 4G, you've got 4G coverage, sometimes 5G coverage, and then we had nothing. Like, you couldn't even open just a Google page. So we meandered on for that for a while until Matt finally caved and got a Nighthawk, which the first one got so hot it melted the SIM card. We sent it away to Telstra for about 4 months. We finally got another one and it still hasn't worked. The only place I can say that it's been incredibly amazing was when we were at Starvation Bay in the middle of nowhere, and somehow we would get random spurts of internet connection.
We did have that little tiny antenna on the roof.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, the antenna helps. But the antenna doesn't help when you're in a built-up area. So if we're at a caravan park and everybody's on the internet, I can guarantee you 8 p.m. you'll have no internet. It just, you'll go, oh, Instagram's not loading, I can't upload a story or a photo, or my YouTube video is glitching, whatever. And you'll look at the time, 8 p.m. without a doubt. So yeah, I convinced Matt to get a Starlink and I'm so excited.
Let's crack it open, Pansy.
And we're going to save money by having Starlink because Telstra's a rip-off.
Yeah, we're actually going to ditch all of our services with Telstra.
Not all of it.
Oh, we'll have prepaid plans. Gonna hold that.
That's a bit weird.
Oh yeah, there's like, from what I've gathered, there's a lot going on. Many thingies.
Okay. So we've got the stand. I put the rubbish on the floor.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And then we have the bad boy. Now,
Wow. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
and then we have the cable.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So we're just going to slide that straight on in.
Oh, look.
Maybe? Maybe I should read the instructions. Oh, it goes this way. Easy.
Boom.
Alright. Then we have whatever this is. Oh, that must be
That's the router pins.
So that goes inside.
Yeah, but we're going to plug it in outside because we haven't worked out a way to route the cabling yet. That's the big instructions. Oh. I wanted to see this. I can't even, hang on, I'll have to put the, I'm just going to put the little thingy on.
I'm sorry,
this. Hang on.
Elon. Is like most of society dumb and needs giant pictures?
Well, actually can't even do it. Hang on. There, I just darkened it down a little bit. So, how do you do it, Tash? You put it out in the sun, you plug it in, and then you turn on your app. Is there a back instructions?
No. So
That's
that's
it.
it. Let's do it.
I mean, it seems easy enough.
I mean, I think I'm not like super technologically advanced or whatever, but I do know a little bit. I'm not stupid.
I'm just going to move that box for you and we'll put that up there, right?
I know what megabytes per second is.
Which a lot of people we watch videos didn't even know what that was.
I
So
can move them.
Yep. Look at that. All that packaging for this. Seems a little silly.
So we plug in here. One.
Boom.
I'm not sure. I don't think it has an on button.
Find out in a minute.
And then this one, I'm guessing, goes in this other hole.
Yep. Just fill all the holes up. Boom.
I don't know if that's in properly. I can't get it in any further, so it's just sticking out below it though. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes. Alright, so that's going to sit outside, and I guess, are you going to run that out?
Yep.
Let me just get the little doobie on.
Alright, so from all of my research over the last year, you want to have this out. Oh, that's tangled. You want to have it out where there's going to be no obstructions. So what that means is no trees, no buildings. Why is that so tangled when
We'll
no
fix that
one
up in a
is?
minute.
No trees. No, I can't get further.
Look at this thing. Hang on. I will endeavour to figure out a way to make this a little neater instead of having a bird's nest. How much further do you want to go?
Yeah, so no trees. I'm guessing that moves by itself. No trees, no buildings. You know, don't put it right next to your caravan. Don't put it... Oh, there's more kangaroos.
We're actually going to do a video. This video is going to come out way before we're actually going to put the video out about this place.
So yeah, like big wide open sky pretty much, because it needs to see the satellites. Now I'm going to get my phone.
Okay. But turn the inverter on too.
Ryan, can you put the inverter on?
Alright, you're on.
Is that light okay?
Yeah, you're good. Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so you get the app. Let me just go out. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but you get the app, Starlink. You start setup. You select which one you have. Confirm. Check for obstructions. Now, our next door neighbour checked for obstructions. He didn't have very good internet. So I'm just going to scan the entire sky.
Does it have a percentage on it, Tash?
Yeah. Okay, so then you can view results. So our next door neighbour, it took 8 hours for this process. But I'm hoping because we have better 4G coverage, it won't take that long.
Oh, look at that.
So basically it's just like that's the trees, right?
Yeah.
That's the trees behind us in the west. So it basically shows you how much coverage you get. So yesterday when I tried it without the actual Starlink, we were under like a big gum tree and it said that there was 23% obstruction. It hasn't even come up with anything. It just says this is a decent spot for your Starlink.
Awesome.
So let's set it up. Why are we going through this again? Have a location. Plug it in.
Yep.
Join the network.
Oh, you need a Wi-Fi internet for that bit.
Open Wi-Fi settings. Like it's pretty straightforward. It's just plug and play. There we go.
Sorry
Sign
guys, it's
into
not
the
very
network.
easy to...
No, I probably should have screen recorded it.
It's all good, we're here now. I'll jump off
Enter
that for a sec.
Wi-Fi.
Much to Ryan's disgust, I think we're going to change the name to Linky Bill.
Linky Bill.
Yeah, and then I'll get that. I'm just going to turn that off for a sec while you figure out a password. So now we're reconnecting to the internet.
Yeah, so we've created one.
Yep.
Linky Bill.
There's Linky Bill.
You may not know the password.
Write it down so we don't forget it, Tash.
And then we're checking the quality of internet connection. Internet may not be available.
Just go always connect.
Oh, it's because it hasn't configured yet. So we're done. We're connected.
Mm-hmm.
Why won't it let me go to the next thing? 30 seconds to appear.
All right. What have we figured out?
So it says it's disconnected. So that side's plugged in. When I pulled it out of the box, it was like this. So I assumed it was like hardwired in, right? But it's not. So when you get it, just make sure you plug it in. Bloody hell, it's hard to plug in.
Shouldn't be super hard.
It's sharp.
Want me to do it?
Oh, I think I've got it. Maybe?
That looks right. It's definitely in. Yep, you're good. And then just pop in.
Well, it still says it's disconnected.
Oh, there we go. Now it's working. So what do we figure out?
Oh!
Look, it's moving. All right, Pants. Well, while it's doing that, so we didn't have it plugged in.
Yeah, so at that thing, whatever that is, the receiver, it wasn't plugged in. So we had to plug that in and then unplug the router.
Yeah.
And then wait for it to do its thing. And now it's booting.
Yep.
The page before this said that it could take 15 minutes.
That's okay.
This says it takes a few minutes, so I guess we'll just wait. And we'll see, and we'll just do what everybody else has done, and we'll do a speed check.
Yeah.
So MPS means megabytes per second, for anybody who doesn't know. On average, our speed for 4G and 5G has been like maybe 14
If we're
download
lucky.
and 0 like
Yeah.
upload, nothing for upload.
At the olive farm that we were staying at previously, I actually have like a screenshot. I think it was like 0.1 megabytes per second.
Yeah.
It was so
And so
slow.
then our next door neighbour, which was like the icing on the cake for Matt to actually convince him to get this, was 105 megabytes per second download, wasn't that? Yeah. So we'll just do the check that everybody else does when it's ready, and let you know. It's 4:42. I mean, we'll keep an eye on that and just tell you how long that takes. As I said, next door's at the olive farm where it was really terrible. It took him 8 hours to just configure the Sky, which you saw on the video. So make sure maybe when you're setting it up that you have good internet to start with, because you actually have to leave the app open on your phone while it does it.
So maybe you want to go plug your phone in while we wait.
It's 82%.
Oh, nearly done. Well, let's
No, my phone's at 82%.
well let's let it do its thing, because we've got to do our bread too.
Yeah.
Well, just quickly, for anybody that's interested, we are pulling at the moment because we've got no solar coming in. Yeah, sorry. We are, while Tasha's doing that. So we are doing this totally off-grid just to see what kind of power it draws on startup for everybody, because I think that's really a good question that everybody wants answered. So at the moment we're pulling, with nothing else going on, 10 amps.
But how much
To start
does
up.
the inverter use? 'Cause
The inverter uses a few amps just to start up, so maybe about 8 amps.
Yeah.
But at the moment 10, I saw 9 and a bit before. Let's just see what happens after it's actually configured itself, and then we can pop that in too. Real time.
It's quite a lot though.
It's a lot.
I mean, it's not as much as the toaster.
No, the toaster pulls like 60.
But I did forget to mention that this is like off-grid. We're not plugged into power or anything. So, yeah.
It's a good test.
Yeah.
Waiting on Starlink. Here we are. Classic pants. Walking away to go feed and play with the cows.
Nobody wants a pet. They all just want to stare.
They are quite staring.
This one's so cute. And they got such fluffy ears.
They do.
I think this one's its mum.
The kangaroos are jumping and playing.
You can hear them jumping like the fence.
And the kangaroos over there as well. You can see that. What a place. They're on a stay here.
Yeah.
Near Bunbury.
It's beautiful.
Alright.
Exactly 10 minutes.
Yep.
4:42.
I can't see her. Oh, that's better. Go again.
Exactly 10 minutes. So 4:42 to 4:52. And it's complete setup. So I've just pressed done. We are online, baby.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so what do we do? Nothing.
Speed test, like everyone else does.
It's downloading an update.
Yeah.
Okay, so speed test.
Do it. Live and exclusive. Here we go.
So 81 megabytes per second. Oh, hang on, what's this? Consider moving your Starlink Wi-Fi router to a more central location in your home. We don't need to do that.
Have that.
We don't need to do that.
Avoid
We don't need to do that.
No. Boom.
Oh, here we go. Start advanced test.
Holy moly. That's the fastest internet I've ever seen in my life.
No more the days of dial-up.
No.
Meow, meow, meow.
I might even figure out how big this video is going to be, and we might put that in it too and be like, this is how long it took to upload it.
Like how big the file is.
Yeah, I'll just put it down the bottom.
Yeah.
In the description, I'll just put a little thing with this is how fast it uploaded.
Yeah. So the upload speed is already ridiculous. We literally had 0 megabytes per second upload speed. This is insane. No more ripping our hair out trying to do schoolwork, trying to work in general.
We just have to do it during the day when we're off-grid and not use as much power during the night.
Yeah,
That's all.
because did you figure it out? It stopped.
Yeah, I haven't had a look yet. I'll go back to it in a sec.
7.
7-ish. Yeah, 7-ish. So that's not horrible.
Okay, so that's finished. So that's 78 megabytes per second upload time.
Yep, sorry, it just flagged out.
And then 143 megabytes per second. Oh, they're both upload. What's this mean?
Starlink
to the Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
So the Starlink internet speed is 143 megabytes per second, and then this is 78 megabytes per second. Does that mean by the time it comes through to our router?
I believe so. That's what it is. And then that's your upload speed, which is still crazy.
Yeah, 71 megabytes per second upload. So if we were to go on to Matt's now. Move the timer for the bread.
Mm-hmm. I'll wait till you've logged in and I'll come back. I see what you're doing. You're doing a speed test on 5G.
Yeah. Ignore this bit. That's the timer for the bread. So we've got testing the download is only roughly 4 or 5. So that is the 78. Now it's testing the upload, which is 3, 4. Wow, it's actually really good.
It is pretty good for what we have been getting.
Never.
Yeah,
there you
never
go.
seen it that fast.
So I've never seen it this fast. So the download speed is 4.3 megabytes per second compared to Starlink, which is 78 megabytes per second. And then the upload speed is 4.69 megabytes per second, and the upload speed is 71 megabytes per second on Starlink.
Get that in ya.
So we should really have no problems now, unless we have lots of trees or lots of maybe vans around, like the caravan park.
Or we run out of power when we're off grid.
We run out of power. Which we have done.
A few times.
Yeah. But Matt's going to probably put a pole up anyway. So in areas where it's a bit harder to just stick it out in a paddock, we'll put it on the pole.
And hoist it.
But on average, you want good sun for your solar anyway. So you're parking in the middle of nowhere, in a paddock, not under a tree. So you should have like really good stuff with the Starlink. I don't understand why people are having problems. Maybe they've set it up wrong. Maybe they've got it under the awning. Maybe they've got it right next to the van. Maybe they're under a tree. Whatever it is.
Could be anything. Could be pointing at trees. You know,
well,
like...
it does it itself. Like, it's totally changed position now.
Oh, yeah, look where it is now.
Yeah, so it finds where the satellite is, and then it does its and moves around and dances and finds the satellite, and then boom. We've got friends that live in Catherine. They live outside of Catherine, and they changed over to Starlink, and they've said that it's just getting better and better, because as Elon's putting more satellites in, it's just getting better because there's more connection. So yeah, sucks to be you, China. Elon has the property market. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch a movie.
Well,
do some work.
I think we might...
I haven't been able to work for like 3
it's
weeks.
been crazy. We might leave the video here, and then we'll come back to it in a couple of days and kind of give everybody a bit of a rundown on what we think after a couple of days of using it.
Well, after this spot, we might even leave it for a while, because we're here Wednesday night, Thursday night, 3 nights. Then we're moving a bit more into a built-up area. We're going to stay out the front of Matt's cousin's place. So there's more buildings. There's probably maybe more trees. It's a new suburb, so maybe not trees. But we'll give it a go while we're out there and see how it goes as well in a more built-up area. And then we'll give our last, give our last hurrah review. Yes. I'm excited. Matt's the power guru, because he did our power system. Wow, this is like blurry. Have you got... It's so grubby.
Yeah, just
call yourself a vlogger. It's
fine.
So grubby.
Stop it. It's fine. It's worked.
Anyway, so he turned the gas hot water system off, and it's dropped down again even more, down to 7.4, which I believe, not that I know much about the power system because you did it all, but I believe that's not too bad.
No, it's fine. You just, obviously you turn it off at night time.
No, yeah.
You know, now we're at 5 amps, so it just see...
Well, that's also what I wanted to quickly talk about. So, turn it back to me. Let's just sit this bad boy here.
You can do that.
So I wanted to talk about using it and using the internet, because we don't want to have it plugged in all day, right?
No, you can't.
No, because of power. We need power to do stuff. So really, we're dropping our phones down to prepaid, which is going to be minimal prepaid. So what I feel like it's doing is it's bringing more of an intentional use into using the internet. It's not like at home where you just have Wi-Fi on all the time and you can just jump on whenever. It's not like now when we have a big data pack, and I mean, we run out of internet by the end of the month a lot of the time.
Yeah, because we've got 300 gig with Telstra, and sometimes it's not enough.
I think the Nighthawk chews through your data
it does.
too.
Yeah, and then the kids are using it too.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a more intentional thing of using the internet, which I really like. So it's going to go on for a certain amount of hours in the day, and that will be when we sit down and intentionally do schoolwork. It'll be intentionally to work. It'll be intentionally to have our movie nights.
Yep.
It's not something that is like free for all.
Yeah. Although when we start a caravan park, we will go to town on it and download everything we possibly can.
I just wanted to mention it because it is going to be a transition as well, not being able to use the internet on our phone as freely.
It also, I guess it's going to free up a lot of time that we would normally spend on our phones, and now we're not going to as well. So then we're going to be
A lot of time waiting for the internet.
Yeah.
On our phones.
And also it gets everybody off their phones and off their devices when we're not using it, and we'll do family things like we try to do anyway, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's not like we're sitting on our phones all the time now anyway. It's just we're dropping our prepaid packages really low. So we're really not going to have... It's only going to be enough coverage really to have maybe Google Maps on. And that's it when we're in town and driving around.
Yeah.
So it's
banking.
It's just...
Although ideally you'd even do your banking on this now too.
Well, yeah. Bringing more intentionality into using it. What?
Another made-up word by Natasha.
Shut up. Read a dictionary.
Okay, I will.
That's it. We'll do our next update
In a
after a
couple of
few
days.
days.
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Action.
So Matt's told me it's been 6 weeks since we installed the Starlink. Is that right?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
So I guess we do our review from 6 weeks. We've been in places where we've had not even 3G coverage. We've been in places where we've had 4G coverage, and the 4G coverage, even though it tells you on your phone that you have it, doesn't work. So we've been in all those different places over the last 6 weeks, and Starlink has not skipped a beat.
No.
It has been incredibly amazing. We've been able to stream movies or documentaries for the kids. We've been able to do their schoolwork. Matt can tell you about uploading YouTube videos because that's not my jam.
Hella fast.
I've had no issues like with Instagram or anything, and uploading and staying connected to everybody. So that's been awesome. It's incredible. Sometimes it has had obstructions. We had like bad weather just west of Perth. West?
Like northwest.
Yeah. And there were some gum trees. So we had a few obstructions then, but apart from that, as long as you put it somewhere where it's out in the open, we've had no issues with obstructions. And right now, Matt has put it on the roof.
Yeah, I just ran the cable up and popped it through the hatch. Look at it go.
Which I would not do
If it was windy.
if it was windy.
No.
Like even the slightest wind, I wouldn't do that.
I put it also too close to this, and so I heard the motor like running earlier because it was touching the plastic cover. So I had to push it back a little bit because I didn't want it so close to the edge that it was going to fall off. But no, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uploading's fast. Downloading's fast.
Yeah.
The only real kind of run into is power, like everybody that lives in a caravan. So you can only run it...
Well, not anymore.
Or not anymore, but we bought a generator to get rid of that problem.
We were a bit naive hitting the road and thought our power system would do really well, but in overcast weather, lacking one solar panel because it came off the roof.
Yeah, I chucked up a new solar panel too.
And we didn't even think of taking a generator just to charge up the batteries. It wasn't until we were in Margaret River we saw people doing it and we were like, that's a genius idea.
So I'm going to put one on the back of the caravan.
So yeah, no more power issues.
No.
It doesn't really use that much power.
No, it probably like with the inverter running, you run about 8 amps. Like it's not awful, but over a full day of running that all day, you can draw down your batteries pretty fast if you've got no solar coming in. Yeah. Luckily, the new panel and the solar panels are working, so we're actually putting in more than what we're taking, which is pretty nice.
Had clouds.
And it's been beautiful sunny weather for a few days too. Yeah, because we tried that out again at Perrin Estate. We've been at Perrin Estate. We're at Friends in Perth. We're at Sandy Cape. We're at Calbarry. We used all those spots and it was perfect every time.
Yeah. highly recommend it. Like, even if you're residential and you watch our videos and your internet's terrible, I would get a Starlink.
Ben and Amy didn't.
They did.
Yeah, friends of ours that we visited in Perth.
Yes, and they said the same thing. Your phone says 4G coverage, but you don't actually have any coverage.
Yeah.
And they got the Starlink, and they're also absolutely wrapped with it.
Yeah, well, they also had like some random one where it was still a satellite type of internet service, and it was rubbish. And then they changed over to Starlink, and it's been magic.
Yeah. So comparable to Nighthawk.
It's not. The Nighthawk is not comparable.
No.
Telstra's internet coverage is not at all comparable. Yeah. We fly through everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can have everybody on the internet. Kids can be watching YouTube, playing, I don't know, Fortnite if they want to. I can be uploading a YouTube video. The kids can be streaming stuff, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only downfall is power.
What was I going to say? I know people are hesitant about the cost, but I don't know if we said it in the first part of the video, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself because we filmed it 6 weeks ago, but we are saving money from our internet plans that we've had. And honestly, just the less stress if you are homeschooling or working on the road, you need good internet. You know, if we were just streaming videos, we probably wouldn't even bother.
No.
To be honest, because we don't watch enough of it to care.
But we couldn't even log in and do the kids' homeschooling stuff on Simply Homeschool.
And sometimes, you got to watch YouTube videos along with that. And you couldn't stream the YouTube videos or watching it on 270p or something, the lowest thing you can watch it on. And Simply Homeschool, when you log into that, it's not all fancy. You just log in and it's written text that it tells you, and we couldn't even use that.
No.
So when you're living on the road full time, maybe not 6 months, but pushing it into 12 months, it's going to be easier if you're homeschooling to have good internet. Because how long did we say? We've been on the road for 18 months.
Yeah, we worked it out today.
So about 16, 17 months we were dealing with beep internet. And it is a stress, to be honest. It is stressful. I never thought I'd say that about not having internet.
It is,
I
though.
thought it would be a blessing.
Yeah.
But it is. Unfortunately, in this day and age, you need good internet to live, to learn, to work.
To get on the bank.
To get on the bank. So, yeah.
That's it.
That's my long-winded review of Starlink.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you should get one. You're welcome, Elon Musk.
Well, that's it.
Done.
We'll call it there.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do this bit. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure you click subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video.